One day, the creator of all things wanted to share his love with others. So he thought a big, beautiful balloon would be perfect. So he fashioned a big, beautiful balloon and blew into it to make it perfectly round and cool. The balloon was big, but it was not as beautiful as he thought it could be. So the creator made balloon people that were very much like him, and he placed them on the top of the big, beautiful balloon. In this way, he could share his love with them, and they could love him too, and they could decorate the balloon with all kinds of good stuff. And it was good. The big, beautiful balloon was perfect. He decorated the balloon with all kinds of wonders. Cute little furry animals, slippery fish, reptiles of all kind, and birds. Lots of birds. And he added a huge variety of plants and trees and made one super special garden for all of his balloon people. And in the middle of the garden was a tall, beautiful tree. The creator told the balloon people to enjoy everything that he had made, but to stay away from the big tree in the center of the garden, as it had needles on its branches and could pop the balloon if they were accidentally to knock it loose. So the balloon people went on, playing and climbing the other trees and swimming in the rivers with the fish and the turtles, and it was so much fun. He loved them as they enjoyed his creations, and it was good. Well, everything was going along great until one day the balloon people were tempted to climb the tree with needles in the middle of the garden. The branches were strong, and the tree was beautiful, and the needles seemed to be in places where they wouldn't fall off and pop the balloon. Even though the creator had told them not to touch it, they thought that if they were super careful, none of the needles would fall off. And they had such a blast climbing in that tree. But in the back of their mind, they kept thinking, if this balloon pops, we are doomed. All of the other trees and plants and animals would have nowhere to live. And they thought about it a lot, and they remembered that the Creator had warned them, but they did not listen. Instead, they told themselves that it was okay, and they climbed the tree anyway. And as they were playing and climbing, guess what happened? Some of the needles from the tree fell to the ground.
Oh no!
A few days later, the Creator was walking in the garden when he saw the needles on the ground under the tree. "Did you climb in the tree in the middle of the garden that I told you not to touch?" he asked them. "Well, yes," they said. And they started to make excuses for climbing the tree when they knew that they shouldn't have even climbed it. Even though they had disobeyed, the Creator was not angry with them, but disappointed that they had not listened to him. "Why didn't you listen to me and obey? Now you will have to move off of the big balloon." So the Creator blew up another balloon, but it wasn't as beautiful or as big as the first one. "I'm going to have to put you on this small plain balloon to live on for now," he said. There was nothing big, nothing beautiful, and nothing fun for them to do, and they were all quite sad. On the new small balloon, they were disappointed because they had worked hard to survive. But the Creator never left them, and he stayed in the distance and watched over them until a very special day. And then there was hope. Well, one morning, Some of the balloon people didn't think that the Creator was being fair, and they thought that he was mean because he didn't give them everything that they wanted. And they decided to ask him what the big deal was. And he told them, "I have always wanted you to live with me on the big beautiful balloon, but you were disobedient and didn't follow the rules that I gave you. I gave you those rules to keep you safe, not to be mean." On a very awesome, fantastic, special day, the Creator sent his son Jesus to the small plain balloon. And while Jesus was there, he lived a good life and was obedient to all of the rules that the Creator had given them. Even though Jesus wanted to do many things, he remained obedient to the rules that the Creator had given. And once again, it was good. Well, many days later, one of the balloon people asked Jesus, the Creator's son, "Can we go back to the first balloon?" Well, Jesus answered, "Not the first balloon, but perhaps an even bigger balloon, an even more beautiful one. But first, I have to make sure that this time you will listen to the Creator and not break the rules." Oh, I have to tell you one more thing. The Creator has not decided how to punish you yet for being so disobedient. And the balloon people cried out, "We thought living on the small balloon was our punishment. Any kind of rules the Creator gives us are just too hard. We're not strong enough to follow those rules." A few days later, Jesus sat in the middle of all of the balloon people, and they could not believe what he said. "I will take your punishment on myself, and then all you have to do is be sorry for what you did, and you will also need to trust me with all of your heart. Yes, all of your heart. From now on, you must be obedient to the rules that the Creator has given you. Do you think you can do that? I really think it's a pretty good deal." And hope flourished, but not for everyone. Then the Creator did something that no one expected. He punished his own son instead of the balloon people that had been so disobedient. So many of the balloon people were so sad that they began to cry. And Jesus said to the Creator, "Please forgive them for being so disobedient. I have taken their punishment on myself." And when the balloon people heard that, they cried harder and were filled with wonder and yet hope, and lots of questions. The Creator saw how Jesus loved and suffered for the people, but then the balloon people could not believe what happened next. The Creator blew up another balloon that was bigger and greater and even more beautiful than anything anyone had ever seen before. And the new balloon was ginormous and had so many wondrous things that called out to the people to come and live and play. All of the people wanted to go back to the new, bigger, greater, and more beautiful balloon. Woohoo! And they were absolutely amazed. But not everyone was willing to trust in the Creator or his son Jesus. And they still did not want to follow the rules. Hope was lost in the hearts of many of the balloon people. But many said, "I believe in you, Jesus, and I trust in you, and I'm going to be good." Then Jesus told the balloon people, "You can come to the new balloon, but remember, you have to trust in me with all of your heart, and you have to believe that I have taken all of your punishment, and that you're no longer guilty once you've accepted me and what I've done for you for your disobedience. And oh yeah, just one more thing. Will you promise to live according to the rules as our Creator has always intended? If you know you can do this, When the time is right, I'll bring you to live with me and all of the other people that believe and trust in me. And friends, hope was restored through the love and the sacrifice of Jesus. Well, Jesus continued, and he said, living with the Creator on the ginormous, new, beautiful, big balloon is available to everyone, especially you. So if you trust in the Creator God, and you promise to live with Him and follow His rules, then there will be wondrous things for you to do and experience forever and ever and ever. You'll see more beautiful animals and warm sunshine and tremendous love waiting for you on the ginormous new beautiful balloon, which is where the Creator God lives Himself. Well, then Jesus pulled out a big, huge piece of paper and said, if you would like to live with the Creator on the ginormous new beautiful balloon, all you have to do is believe and trust and write your name right there. The balloon people instantly began to scream and shout, me, 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 I want to live on this new, ginormous, big, beautiful balloon. I promise to follow the Creator's rules. I promise to take care of His plants and animals, and I can't wait to see what He has done. And the balloon people lived with God and with Jesus forever and ever and ever. Amen.